All right, guys, we are in the Malibu LSV 23 by Malibu Boats. We're out at Lake Mulwala, and we've got Xavier West on the line here. How are you going, Xav?
Yeah, well, thanks, Nick. Yourself?
Yeah, good. Xav, thank you very much for taking our call. And if you guys don't know who Xavier West is, Xavier West brought Malibu Boats to Australia. And Xavier, you were instrumental to bringing Malibu to Australia, and your company, I believe, was 21st Century Boats. And before this, in the mid-90s, you built Flightcraft, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. We started with Flightcraft in 1990 or 91, I think it was. And we did that for a couple of years, and it was pretty clear that the size of the Australian ski boat market was as such that you couldn't create a decent R&D budget to advance the boat. So as a result, a lot of the manufacturers, probably Flightcraft being the exception, were updating boats, via cosmetic changes rather than full hull and deck changes, which, was pretty much the norm every 3 or 4 years in the US. So
yeah.
Getting involved with the local tournament scene and on a national level, it was pretty clear that we needed better boats. So, my inspiration, if you like, was to try and tee up with one of the large manufacturers in the States and get a license to build the boats in Australia.
So how did you go about doing that, Xavier?
There was a natural affiliation with Malibu because they'd acquired Flightcraft in the US as we'd acquired Flightcraft here in Australia. So there was a little bit of a bit of harmony there, if you like, and besides that, it had also influenced the curbside appeal of the boats in the early 90s.
Yes.
The US boats were, fairly chunky looking compared to the Australian products.
Yeah, they were. If I remember back in the day, the Australian products are very low and sleek with low windscreens, low to the water, and the American boats had the big windscreens.
We looked for change because of a lack of change, and it come about after that. So we built our first boat in March of 95, our first Malibu.
Right.
So we travelled to the US in August of 94 and struck the agreement with Malibu, which Bob L. came around at the time. And they sent us some tooling out, and we started manufacturing by the March in 95.
Yeah, right. Did they send a mould out?
No, they didn't. No, they had some dealings, and most of these companies had some dealings with companies wanting to do similar things. So I was a little bit wary because nothing had succeeded. I was lucky from the perspective that, Bob, who owned Malibu over there, and myself were able to just sort of, hit it off and forged a level of trust right from the start, which, turned out, that was the most fundamental key to the success of this. A good product is one thing, but having good relationship is probably much more important, and I was lucky enough to meet the right person and make that happen.
Yeah, well, look, we're all of us as people that use these boats are very grateful that you were able to bring this out here, Malibu out here. We're really proud. You're an Albury-based company just like we are. And the boats that you're producing, the level of quality is like there's nothing quite like it here in any other boat manufacturer in Australia.
Within 4 or 5 years of releasing, what was ski boats at the time, like we were still using outboards at Moomba, and it was all very much a tournament or a 3-event based market. And by 2000, at the end of the year 2000, we released our first V-Drive.
Yes.
Wakeboarding had started in Australia, and then when we released our V-Drive, it went crazy. Our production doubled, for a couple of years in a row. Just absolutely nuts. Yeah.
So the size of the company, your company, which was 21st Century Boats, how big did it grow over that period, like up until, say, 2000? Like how many employees and did you end up employing in Albury?
So we maxed out by the time I sold the company back to the US. We were in the mid-60s of people, 65 people thereabouts.
Yes.
And when we started, it was myself and one other. I had one hired hand, and prior to even acquiring the Flightcraft molds, we were just doing fiberglass repairs and just a small key, boats, which was just we were building 8 or 10 boats a year. That was it.
Yeah, and you were on the tools, is that right? You were actually.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So your background before business. You're a fiberglass boat maker, is that right? Fiberglass.
Yeah. I was a dairy farmer's son from the Southern Riverina, and went overseas to learn, the art of fiberglassing. Essentially, I worked with a yacht company in Germany,
right,
and learned the trade. And then when I came back, I sort of basically set up on Dad's farm, building canoes and doing fiberglass repairs and motorbike fairings and just anything you could get a little bit of income out of, and it just grew from there. So we progressed from canoes to ski boats, and then obviously the Flightcraft acquisition through to acquiring the license to build Malibu. So it was all just progression. It was very low key, and it was all about making a job for myself more than anything else. Making your own survival, which if anyone started a business knows what that's like, and it's about your goals can be a lot smaller than where you end up. And certainly we didn't expect to end up where we did. And just the other day we were at Renmark, and my kids, there's 2 of them are adults now, and the other 2 are in their late teens, and they're looking around going, Dad, nearly every boat here is a Malibu.
I know. What a proud moment.
Absolutely, and what a privilege. It's not just about being proud, but it is a privilege to be able to take part in something like that's become something bigger than the person who started it. And I think that's key in success of product, is putting something out there that becomes a household name.
Yes.
And we've certainly managed to do that.
Oh, you certainly did. And how many, tell me, Xavier, at the peak when you were there, how many boats a year did you end up building, like, at the peak?
Just over 400, which was a bit of a mad time. That was before the GFC, so that was like I think that was 2007.
Yes.
But our 5-year average prior to me selling out was in the early 300s. So you could say that we're a 300 boat a year company would be the most accurate number.
Yeah.
We'd do 340 one year, and you might do 290 the next, and then 315 the year after, and 400 was a bit of a freak number, that's for sure. That was in the boom time. So
yeah, sure. And it was about 5 years ago, I think, roughly, you sold that company back to the US parent company. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The US went public, so they became a listed company on the stock exchange in the US, and we were a licensed arm of that company, and they prefer, public companies certainly prefer to have all their arms under their own wing. So they essentially offered to buy us out, and so that was 2014 that happened. We settled in October, I believe.
Xavier, that is a great success story. I'm really proud of what you've done for everyone in Albany, the employees, and the way you built that company up. Thank you very much, Xavier, for coming on board.
You're most welcome, and just as a closer, I've been through your factory, you've shown me through, and you should be equally as proud. It's a magnificent product coming out of Albury, and it's there's a lot to be said for what smaller towns and cities can do when they get innovative people that want to put their mind to it and trust in the local employees, and you're certainly doing that as well. So good luck into the future.
Thank you very much, Xavier. Really appreciate those comments.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
That was Xavier West, Malibu Boats, one of the most inspirational people in the marine boating wakeboard industry in the last 15 years, since 1995, 25 years.